So she takes part of the learning experience. She's too good a player. She'll figure it out.
Hi guys, here's Magdalena Fręch. See you guys tomorrow.
My game plan, change directions and serve really well, so we'll see.
Imagine you're a tournament director. You've got Iga Swiatek, Coco Gauff, and Aryna Sabalenka confirmed for your event. The schedules are locked, ticket prices are set, and every court assignment is built around the ranking system that has controlled tennis for decades. Then, one phone call changes everything. Not from a Grand Slam champion. Not from a former world number one. From a 20-year-old player from the Philippines, ranked number 42 in the world, Alexandra Eala. And suddenly, the system starts to crack. That's exactly what's happening across the WTA Tour right now. Because despite not owning a major title yet, Alexandra Eala is generating something tennis hasn't seen in years: overwhelming fan demand that doesn't match her ranking. Recently, a fellow WTA player made a shocking statement. She admitted that if she were running a tournament, she would schedule the entire event around Alexandra Eala. Not around a world number one. Around Eala. What made that comment so powerful was the source. This wasn't media hype or fan exaggeration. It came from a current professional player, someone who competes against the biggest names in tennis every week and understands exactly what normal popularity looks like on tour. And after seeing Eala's crowds, her reaction was simple. This is not normal. Honestly, she might be right. Alexandra Eala enters the 2026 Italian Open ranked number 42 in the world, after reaching a career-high number 29 only weeks earlier. Her first-round opponent in Rome is Magdalena Fręch.
It is the 20-year-old sensation from the Philippines, Alexandra Eala, who's joining us after her 6-4 in the third set victory over Magdalena Fręch out on Petrangeli. First of all, congratulations on the win. I watched that entire match. It was really kind of a symphony in three movements, right? You bageled her in the first set. She came back, won the second set 6-4, went up a break in the third, and then you turned it around and won in three. What happened in sort of the last 20, 25 minutes of that match that allowed you to take control?
I think I told myself that I wasn't tired enough. And I think, and I told this to my team that I wasn't finishing the points tired enough. So maybe the intensity went down a little bit, and I tried my best to give that little extra push every single point, and it paid off.
That extra push is something that you talked to us a little bit about in Miami. You told us on the desk in Miami that you often tell your team that every match at this level feels like life and death to you. What do you mean by that?
At the same time, the WTA recently sanctioned the first ever professional women's tournament in Philippine history, the Philippine Women's Open. The event was officially called a resounding success. Those two developments are deeply connected. For decades, professional tennis has operated under one rule: ranking equals relevance. Your ranking decides your court placement, TV coverage, ticket value, and media attention. But Alexandra Eala is breaking that formula. At the 2026 Australian Open, Eala made her Grand Slam main draw debut ranked number 49. Tennis Australia placed her on court 6A, reasonable choice for a lower-ranked newcomer. Then the crowd arrived. Melbourne's Filipino community packed the venue beyond expectations. Court 6 was built for hundreds. Thousands showed up. Fans overflowed outside the court just to watch on screens. And the atmosphere became so loud during live rallies that the chair umpire had to ask spectators to quiet down. That's the type of energy usually reserved for Grand Slam finals, not first-round matches on outside courts. The result almost became secondary. What people remembered was the crowd, the noise, the electricity surrounding Alexandra Eala. And then respected tennis journalist Ben Rothenberg dropped a statement that stunned the tennis world. He openly questioned whether Alexandra Eala might already be the most popular player in tennis right now. Not a future superstar. Right now.
but the obligation first and foremost is to myself.
Okay.
And it's my journey. I'm really super grateful that everyone, all of these supporters want to follow in that journey that I have. But I owe it to myself first and foremost, and to my family and to my team, to give it everything I have. And yeah, the rest will follow, I think.
It occurs to me that you and Joao Fonseca might be having kind of similar experiences in that you're young players on the rise. You come from countries whose tennis fans are aching to support you and do come out and support you in large numbers, even though you're very young. I wonder if you've ever talked to him about these experiences that you two have that very few others have had.
That conversation only intensified weeks later at the Abu Dhabi Open. Eala entered the event as a wild card, yet still packed the stadium. Then she produced one of the wildest comebacks of the season, recovering from 4-0 and 5-2 deficits in the final set, while saving match point before winning in dramatic fashion. Afterward, during her on-court interview, Eala looked genuinely shocked by the atmosphere and admitted, "Selling out stadiums is insane." That honesty is part of why fans connect with her so strongly. Nothing about her reactions feels manufactured. Then came another major moment. Daria Saville, former world number 21, posted a video reacting to Eala's popularity. She explained that Eala draws massive crowds, whether she's playing singles or doubles, and admitted that if she were a tournament director, she'd put Alex on the schedule every single day because fans come specifically to watch her. That's not casual praise. That's a fellow professional recognizing a commercial phenomenon happening in real time. By March, the trend became impossible to ignore. At Indian Wells, Eala reportedly drew larger practice session crowds than Carlos Alcaraz and Coco Gauff combined. Practice sessions, not matches. Even major sports executives are noticing. A senior executive from Babolat, https://www.babolat.com, UTM source, chatgpt.com, the same company once associated with Lai Ne, described Eala's rise with one word: crazy. That comparison matters because Li Na transformed tennis in China forever. She created millions of new fans and turned an entire country into a tennis market. Now, people inside the sport believe Eala could have a similar impact for the Philippines, a country of more than 115 million people with a huge global fan base, already supporting her around the world. But this story also has another side.
Yeah.
If you told me that when I was younger, there's no way I would have believed you. And regarding off-court experiences, I was able to attend the Laureus Sports Awards.
Oh yeah.
Just recently, and I was surrounded by so many amazing athletes. I was able to steal a selfie with the hosts, Novak and Eileen Gu. And yeah, I was shaking to ask for that selfie. And then to see Nadia Comaneci also, and her speech was so beautiful.
She's a huge tennis fan, Nadia Comaneci.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
She's played some exhibitions that we've seen.
Yeah, so no, and then I saw Simone Biles in person, and I saw all of these amazing athletes, and it was so inspirational.
It's nice to know that athletes get starstruck. Normally, people are getting starstruck meeting you. You still get starstruck meeting these players.
But no, I tell you, in that room, I am like this. I am really like this in that room.
But you're like this in the Philippines, and we wish you continued success. It's Wang Jinyu for you in the second round. Congrats on a hard-fought victory today.
Thank you so much.
Alexandra Eala.
Eala's clay court season has been rough. She struggled in multiple tournaments and suffered several difficult losses, including defeats to Mira Andreeva and Gina Ostapenko. The hard court momentum hasn't fully translated onto clay. That's why Rome matters so much. The Italian Open is one of the biggest clay tournaments before Roland Garros, and Eala earned her spot through ranking points, not a wild card. Former world number 4, Greg Rusedski, recently said, "She's too good not to figure it out." And that's the key question now. Can Alexandra Eala turn massive popularity into consistent elite-level results? Because if she breaks into the top 32 and secures Grand Slam seeding, the tennis system itself will finally be forced to acknowledge what the crowds already know. Alexandra Eala belongs on the biggest stage in the sport. And beneath all the headlines lies an even bigger story. The Philippines now has a WTA event because of what Eala has started. Young Filipino girls growing up today now have something previous generations never had a real pathway into professional tennis. That's how athletes change countries forever. Not only through championships, but through visibility and inspiration. Which leads to the biggest question in women's tennis right now: is Alexandra Eala already the most important player in the sport? Not the highest ranked, not necessarily the best, but the player changing tennis the most. Rome begins tomorrow. Now the tennis world finds out what happens next.